Live from our 7 Tasmania studios, your nightly news with Michael Maney begins now.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. Shoppers have flooded markets and malls statewide with just 2 more sleeps until the big day. The Christmas rush welcomed by business owners who rely heavily on the festive season profits.
For many of us, it's the most wonderful time of the year and the most stressful. Shoppers braving the Christmas chaos to purchase last-minute presents.
We haven't really started, unfortunately, so this is just ring everyone, see what they want, and then go on the hunt for it and hope that it hasn't sold out.
I've been getting her some cool stuff that she's been looking at before.
Retailers welcoming the extra foot traffic with open arms and open doors.
When many of us are trading now online, the behaviours of customers coming into our stores has changed. So the old patterns we used to be able to predict like clockwork don't really apply anymore.
It's a time where they really do need to make the hay to put into the barn for the quieter winter months.
Despite the cost of living crisis, Tasmanians are predicted to spend more these holidays compared to last.
We always look for a bargain. I won't pay full price, and I use the rewards.
Their spending habits perhaps have changed, but we've certainly had a really busy week.
Carolers keeping spirits high.
Good tidings for Christmas and a happy new year.
We enjoyed, we're sitting down listening to the music.
Stores will be open again tomorrow for people still scratching their heads for what to buy. Brianna Boylan, 7 Tasmania News.
Tasmania's doctor shortage has made its way to Inner Hobart. Davey Street Medical Centre will permanently close its doors at the end of February due to staff retiring and moving on. The centre describing it as a difficult decision but saying the practice is no longer viable. Outraged patients have taken to Facebook after receiving a text message from the management team, saying those with ongoing medical needs will need to pay $30 to have their records transferred. The clinic has been contacted for comment. Pro-Palestinian protesters filled part of the Salamanca markets this morning, lying on the ground imitating dead bodies caught up in the ongoing war. The group continuing to call for an immediate ceasefire in Gaza while vowing to continue their roadside rallies across Tasmania.
Instead of standing on Davey Street like we normally do, which has been really effective, but has been really great, growing in numbers. But we just really want to appeal to the wider public who maybe haven't been keeping up with things.
The protest lasted just 15 minutes before being asked to move on by security. The state government is taking action to ensure the survival of red handfish in Tasmania. It's feared a forecast marine heatwave could have a devastating impact on the remaining population. It's estimated that only 100 of the species remain in the wild. A staged relocation will take place and they'll be released back into the wild when safe to do so. Tasmanians who have a mortgage are probably pleased to see the back of 2023's successive interest rate rises. But real estate agents say the property market has largely remained unaffected.
While interest rates may be putting pressure on Tasmanian mortgage holders, local real estate agents say property sales are still ticking over, with plenty of interest in this 5-bedroom home in one of Launceston's most exclusive suburbs.
It's really good. The market is going really well.
It's the 3rd open home in Newstead's Lime Avenue, with plenty of interest in the property from potential buyers.
It's certainly not the booming market that we saw a couple of years ago, but that's exactly why it was called a boom. We've seen a lot of confidence come back into the market as it's stabilised over the last 12 months.
While some are claiming not to be spooked by the monotony of interest rate rises, others weren't so sure.
Absolutely, we're nervous. We've got kids that, the likeliness of them buying houses is a lot less than it was when I was a kid, so definitely nervous, but willing to take the risk, and hopefully in the long term it pays off.
The Reserve Bank is expected to put a hold on interest rate hikes next year, and economists predict that inflation is likely to fall further, boding well for those wishing to invest in the property market. Harcourts too expects the market to continue to stabilise in 2024 as buyers keep a close watch on interest rates.
At the end of the day, people are still going to work within their means, and people are always going to have a need for property.
Melinda Ogden, 7 Tasmania News.
Let's go to Nick Kelly now at Blunston Arena, where the Hurricanes are warming up for tonight's match. And Nick, the Canes, they need a win tonight.
Oh, absolutely, Michael. It's pretty much do or die for both teams, in fact. They both really need to get their seasons off the ground tonight, so we should pretty much expect fireworks here at Blunston, I can imagine. I'm joined by Mac Wright. Mac, obviously not the result you're looking for over in Perth the other day. What have you been working on during the week?
Look, not too much changes, to be honest. I think we still want to play a positive brand of cricket and back our skills, and mainly just enjoy our cricket. We're back here in front of a home crowd. We always enjoy this Christmas game here. The sun's out and the carols are on, so I think just go out and have some fun and keep backing our skills.
And you've got a really good record here at Blunston. What better place than in front of a home crowd to get your season off the ground?
Yeah, exactly. We can take a lot of confidence with our record here and our home fans getting behind us, so I think it'll be a good match.
Thanks very much. So, Michael, we still waiting for the final team list to be locked in. There's a couple of potentially injured Canes. We're waiting to see whether or not Jeff Vaughan will name them. I will be back with the latest team, late mail, and the rest of today's sports news from Blunston Arena.
Well done, Nick. We'll speak to you then. A Tasty initiative is encouraging sports fanatics to dine at a local iconic food event before sitting back to watch their favourite team play. The Taste of Summer, offering free entry with the hopes of boosting attendee numbers for our Tassie teams.
It's high fives all round as the taste of summer collides with the taste of sport.
It's an opportunity to eat some Tasmanian food and then go and support your favourite Tasmanian team.
Sporting attendees will be able to double their tickets worth, using it to enter the food and wine event on New Year's Day. The Jack Jumpers and Hurricanes putting any rivalry aside, with visitor numbers set to soar.
We've actually complemented each other. It's a great time of the year for summer sport. Basketball and cricket go well. In fact, our boys will be going to the basketball at some stage.
The three-way partnership expected to boost attendee numbers all round, especially for the Jackies, who are set to host the New Zealand Breakers on January 1.
We've got a bit of a ticket shortage, so we've pulled on all our devices to make sure that we can actually accommodate the opposition teams.
Of course, anyone is still welcome to head to the Taste of Summer event from Wednesday, with more than 65,000 tickets expected to be sold. This year's event hosting over 90 stallholders alongside the Sydney-Hobart finish line.
Good weather is forecast. We're expecting that Tasmanians come out, interstaters and overseas people come, and we have the best crowd we've ever had.
Ruby Cairns, 7 Tasmania News.
Welcome back to Blunston Arena, where the Hurricanes are about to play the Renegades as both vie for their first win of the season. The Canes have won 4 of their last 5 games here, but in breaking news, there's a huge boost as Riley Meredith and Matthew Wade have just passed fitness tests and will play tonight. Ben McDermott, however, has been ruled out. The Canes won the toss just a few minutes ago and will bowl the first ball in just under half an hour. A monumental beginning to Tasmania's summer of racing. Island product Hike taking out the Sheffield Cup in Devonport, holding out down the straight to beat sprayed-and-trained Alpine Wolf by nose. It's the 5th win for Hype, currently trained out of Longford by Aidan Nunn, who's going to take the gelding to Hobart next Friday.
Good evening. 24 was the state's top today in Launceston, 20 across Hobart and Burnie, Devonport 19, 21 across Flinders Island, Smithton and Lowhead, Strawn 19 and 23 in Bushy Park. Across Tasmania today shows patchy afternoon low-level cloud covering most of the state. Further out, extensive thunderstorms are seen about central parts of WA, New South Wales and southern Queensland. Isolated showers are seen across Tasmania tomorrow, most likely inland and in the afternoon. Variable winds tomorrow 5 to 15 knots, with winds tending east to southeasterly 10 to 20 knots in the east and central north. Swells up to 2 metres in the west and south and below 1 metre in the north. Tomorrow's forecast now for Christmas Eve, a possible shower in Hobart and Richmond, ooze 24. In the north, a shower or 2 across Launceston and Deloraine, mostly sunny in Devonport. Burnie tomorrow, mostly sunny, 20 in Strawn, Curry, partly cloudy. 21 in St Helens, Swansea, a possible shower and mostly sunny in Whitemark. Looking ahead to the 3-day forecast now. Christmas Day, fine apart from isolated light showers. Boxing Day, showers about the Furneaux Islands extending to the east during the day. And Wednesday, showers about the northeast, mostly fine elsewhere. Capital cities 36 and sunny in Perth tomorrow. Adelaide partly cloudy and showers with a possible storm in Sydney. And currently Hobart 18, mostly sunny, Launceston 19 and Devonport 18, mostly sunny. That's all in weather tonight, Michael.
Thanks very much for that, Jackie. Well, that is all your news for now. Thanks for joining us. Good night.